Hello, viewers. I am Dr. Kaustubh Mohite, a fellow in pediatric pulmonology in Narayan Hridayalaya. And today we have our senior pediatric consultant, Dr. Anil Kumar Sapare, sir, who's also a senior pediatric pulmonologist here with us to answer our few commonly asked questions. So, the most talked about topic for the day is COVID. So, we would like to ask a few questions, sir. First, so COVID has been with us for like months together. Do we still have to take it seriously as far as our kids are concerned, and the main purpose for it, sir?
Yes, we know that now COVID has been with us since the beginning of this year, February 2020, and it has affected millions of people in our country and caused certainly a great deal of disease in most of the adults. Coming to children, luckily, the severity and the frequency of the disease in childhood with relation to COVID is very infrequent. That is a good news. However, I would like to say that COVID can affect children and it can cause severe disease, especially those who have underlying conditions like heart disease, severe lung disease, or cancer, and this can cause severe lower respiratory tract infection. However, there is also in addition a emerging condition after suffering from COVID infection called MISC, which I am going to talk in my in a few minutes later. But coming to the primary question, do we still need to worry about COVID when it comes to children? Answer is yes. We still need to take all the precautions pertaining to prevention of COVID to our children, because they can act as a pool to transfer that disease to elderly or other elder peoples in the home that may cause a severe disease in them. Thank you.
So that answers most of our questions. Sir, talking about the signs and symptoms, we know how the adults are presenting. How are they presenting in the pediatric age group, sir?
Pediatric age group, luckily, lot of our children with COVID are not symptomatic. Those who have symptoms have fever, cold, cough, and some of the children have headache, body pain, and some children are presenting with vomiting, diarrhea, and stomach pain. So this particular viral infection due to COVID is similar to what we see in other flu viruses like cold, cough, and fever. This is not much different from other flu viruses. So this is a direct infection due to COVID. Previously, I was talking about an entity called as MISC. MISC stands for Multisystem Inflammatory Syndrome following a COVID infection. This is something very specific to pediatric population. In last 2 months, this is emerging disease in India, and we are seeing quite a lot of these children with this condition. Let me explain what this actually MISC stands for. After an infection by COVID, 4 to 6 weeks later, these children are presenting with a set of symptoms that are characterized by high fever, stomach pain, vomiting, and then redness of the eyes, redness of the mucosa. Mucosa means the lining of the mouth, sometimes swelling of the hands and feet, sometimes there is a rash, that is a reddish skin rash. So this cluster of symptoms with fever, stomach pain, vomiting, along with redness of the eyes, redness of the lip and tongue, may suggest a possibility of MISC. Do we really need to worry about this? Yes, this is something that can affect heart, lungs, stomach, and can cause severe condition called shock, which means low blood pressure. This has to be identified in a timely fashion and given a specific medication so that the progression of this disease to a severe form of MISC can be prevented. So I think some of the children do not even recollect about the having had some infections, and they may not know that they had suffered. We have a special investigation called COVID antibodies. We do the blood test, and in the blood test we measure antibodies for this COVID, and they are positive. When they are positive, it implies that child has recently, about 4 to 6 weeks ago, had probably a mild or asymptomatic form of COVID, and this is the body's immune mechanism producing this particular condition called MISC.
Thank you, sir. So now that we know all the common signs and symptoms, what red flag sign should be worried if my kid back at home has these signs, I have to rush him to the hospital?
If any child with fever, cold and cough starts having breathing difficulty, he finds it difficulty to breathe, difficulty to speak, and you're seeing him that whenever he's having running, playing, he's finding it difficulty to breathe, obviously you have to immediately rush to the hospital. If there is obviously blueness or struggling in breathing, again you have to rush. I just now mentioned another condition called MISC. If you see any febrile episode, that is fever with redness of the eyes, redness of the tongue, again you have to rush to the hospital. So these are the things, namely breathing difficulty, blueness of the lips, or your child looks very unwell, you have to. In my opinion, in this corona epidemic, any child who has got fever, we should get it checked whether it is corona or not, and that is the safest thing to do, both from the point of view from protecting the child and protecting other members of the family. We should not wait till the child gets serious.
Okay, that was a wonderful answer, sir. So the last and the most important question for all the viewers who are mainly parents. So as parents, what all precautions can we take?
It is the same precautions we have been taking all through this epidemic, which includes preventing our children to go into public places, playing with lot of other children, touching lot of surfaces, and we know now by now that it is transmitted from the secretions. Therefore, if you touch any surfaces, it is better to use sanitizer, wash your hands thoroughly when you come home, wear the mask compulsorily when you are stepping out of your home, and try to maintain a safe distance. And there is nothing more than these common things of washing hands and preventing public places, gardens, play areas, and groups for next few months till we have a vaccine.
So, sir, that mostly clears all our doubts about corona. Some last few lines about some take-home messages regarding corona vaccine.
Corona has come in a big way in the epidemic form. It is going to pandemic form rather. It's going to stay with us for a long time to go. Even after we take vaccination, it is extremely important that we follow safety measures, which science has proved beyond doubt that washing hands is the most important thing, because it is 90% of the infections are transferred by hands. Second is wearing mask is almost mandatory, and it is quite common that after a period of few months we may become a bit more lenient and start living normally. We should not forget that we are living in the midst of epidemic. We need to continue these measures which I have highlighted earlier. There is no other rocket science in this except prevention.
Thank you so much, sir. You have almost all our questions are completely fulfilled. So that was Sapare sir clearing all our doubts about the recent pandemic issues. Thank you.